Hello, hello. It's the first magical Monday in May, kicking off a month of major transformation for everyone and everything. It's a wonderful time. It's also Mother Mary's month, um, the merry month of May, the month of the merriest May, and the merriest Mary. So it's all about transformation, transmutation, peace and harmony, surrender, everything. I want to talk a little bit about judgment. Um, what to do when you find yourself judging those who are judging others. Not for any other natural response than noticing sometimes, but sometimes you might find yourself engaging with a little bit of emotion there and thinking, that's not right of you to judge other people when, in that moment of awareness, you're kind of judging yourself, right? Um, it's about being in the awareness, recognizing what you're doing, recognizing it when it's happening, and then when you're doing it. It's natural for us to notice things. It's when we add our, emotions or our opinions really to this, to the thing we're noticing, that it becomes a place of judgment or, once again, opinion. Now, my guide, my guide Merlin told me many years ago that judgment is really all about measurement. It's about comparison. It has nothing really to do with opinion of incorrect or correct, or right or wrong, moral or immoral. It has really mostly to do with measurement, whether or not you've measured up to a standard or an expectation or a goal or an achievement, whatever it may be. And that's what we do when we're judging people, is we're measuring them against what we think is right or wrong or immoral. And of course, those things don't apply. It's really about their own measurement, their own judgment for themselves. And that's really what Judgment Day comes down to when we pass. When we cross over to the other world, to our extended lives as the eternal beings that we are. And we, people talk about Judgment Day and that God's going to throw down some wrath, man, and, get everybody, wishing they had been better people through their lives. And I've never really found that as a medium, that's the case with people. I think the life review is certainly one aspect of it, but ultimately we judge ourselves. We judge ourselves. We set a goal for ourselves. We set, expectations and a list of things we wanted to accomplish, and whether or not we measured up to those is what Judgment Day really comes down to for most people. And how we want to affect certain people and other, contributions we give to this experience of human, whether it's through our own personal lives or and our soul's development and journey, or whether it's, in assistance of others. We're all here in that way. So when we find ourselves judging those who are judging others, it's a beautiful opportunity for us to recognize and be in an awareness of whether or not there's an opinion and an emotion attached to that judgment, or whether it's just strictly an observation, whether it's, and it's neither good nor bad, or one way or the other. It's not swaying you emotionally, right? So that's important for us, because I find myself lately with the amount of people who, I thought were in one place, or who are ready for certain information, or who are able to, see things from a specific perspective, then they're not. And when they display that to me or with others, and I'm a witness to it, then I find myself, stepping outside of my own place and, and space of judgment for myself, and how I feel about it is really irrelevant to really what's taking place here. And the fact that I'm feeling anything about it or noticing anything that and attributing an emotional response or reaction to it is for me to know about, for me to recognize, and for me to do something with. I don't know if that even makes sense, but so coming back to our own place of power, right? As soon as we notice something and we're judging somebody else, we take ourselves out of our place of power and out of our ability to be in command of ourselves, and we automatically shift that command to the external experience that is, at this point in time, causing us to alter or change the way we are viewing things. So, yeah, bring it back to you. It's not about other people. Conditional living is not what we're here to do. Sovereign living and being self-governing and in places of awareness and empowerment and enlightenment are what we're here to do and be. And that's the human being that we're supposed to be, from what I've been told anyway, by ones who seem to know more than I do. So that being said, judge not, lest ye be judged, as they say in the Bible, but it's about you, judging you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. In fact, if you don't tell somebody that you're disappointed in them or that you're, that your response is a condition of their experience, then they don't even know. And it has nothing to do with them in that point, right? It's not affecting them at all. So it's always just about us, right? Everything is about us. I teach selfishness, but I teach it from a place of understanding that self-centered is important. Centered in self is where you want people, where you want to be and where you want other people to be. Self-absorbed is not necessarily beneficial to others because it's just strictly all about you in that way. But when you're in command of yourself and you are in a place of centered awareness, you're of much more service to others, and you're in a much better place of benevolent assistance to others, and empowered assistance to not only yourself but to the greater whole. So think about that, and use judgment for what it's meant to be, a comparison as to measurement rather than anything else. A comparison of measurement, and give that a whirl for a while and see how it plays out in this day and age, in this world that we're living in, because there's plenty of opportunities to test it out there. Plenty. God bless everybody. Have a magical Monday. I love you all. Mwah.